sell people what they want, but give them what they need. You have to get very, very, very clear on who your target is. When you upload a video, that target resonates with that. That target finds that attractive. That target wants to watch that. So to build that trust and credibility, you have to know what the problems, pain points, situation, negative realities. You have to know all the bad stuff. Your value is not going to appeal to everyone. What attraction marketing is, it's obviously a form of marketing, but it's done in order to receive inbound people or have people reaching out to you. So with common marketing and prospecting activities, what are we doing? We're getting on the phone, we're calling people, we're trying to get them as customers and as clients, possibly even business partners. Whereas attraction marketing turns that around and has them reaching out to you. So whatever type of business you're in, I mean, everybody here is in real estate. You want it to where people are reaching out to you, right? You want those clients reaching out to you. If you're building a team or if you're building a brokerage, you want those agents, those prospects reaching out to you, right? It'll make your life so much easier, and you will be a lot happier because you don't feel like you have to work as hard, if that makes sense. Okay. So when it comes to attraction marketing, I want to make sure that you know the difference in some of the other marketings that are out there, right? What a lot of real estate agents do, I wouldn't even call it marketing. I would call it advertising. You're just straight up advertising. You are trying to secure business, but you're doing it in the form of advertisements, right? And how many of you can agree that ads can be a huge turnoff for people? People are tired of seeing ads. They don't want to be bombarded with ads all the time. But unfortunately, in real estate, a lot of people are just advertising. A lot of these companies out there selling you social media services and graphic services, they are basically selling you advertisements, right? All of the graphics that they put together, that's for sale or buy now or this and that, they're all advertisements. And that's not what you want. All right. So when we talk about today's just marketing landscape, it has taken a transition, especially in the real estate industry, right? When I first got into the business, it was really about postcards. I would get calls of putting my face on a park bench, buying ad space on the side of a bus, urinal cakes, like all kinds of stuff in order to advertise my real estate business, right? That's the kind of sales calls that I would get. And then over time, what happened? Facebook came along, and now it became about like social media ads, buying Facebook ads, ad space, this, that, and the other. Now we have not only Facebook ads, but we have YouTube ads, we have TikTok ads, we have Google ads, any Snapchat ads, any platform you can think of, they're selling ad space. In addition to that, how many of you know well, not virtual, streaming services? Streaming services are selling ad space now, right? Roku, you could buy ad space on. So there's a lot of ads. Us as consumers were bombarded with ads. So what started to take place is, hey, we don't want people to necessarily feel like they're seeing ads, but we still have ad budgets. We have to advertise the business. We have to get in new clients, but we don't want people to feel like they're looking at ads. So within the last couple of years, a new type of ad form came about, which is called UGC content. So user generated content. And that's where they are paying people like you and I to create advertisements, but they want the advertisements to look natural. They don't want it to seem like they're actors and actresses and hired models. They want it to seem like, hey, it's just you and me, and you're recommending this product, right? If y'all are on TikTok these days, you see a lot of UGC, a lot of UGC. A lot of people are talking about what is it, the Unbrush these days, which they got me. I bought an Unbrush. I'm not gonna lie, but the Unbrush is a product, but you have regular people talking about it. And as regular people are talking about it, you don't feel like it's a company trying to sell you something. You feel like it's just a friend that's recommending something to you. So what do? You turn around and you go buy it. Most people aren't even recognizing that this is a form of advertising. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. Have y'all seen that? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So when we get into taking this a step further, as business owners, we start to think of attraction marketing. Attraction marketing, which attraction marketing has existed for a while in real estate. There's a running joke in this business. Have y'all ever seen a realtor's headshot where they look like a model, and then you see them in person, and you like, when did you take that? About 20 years ago? Right? Why do they use that headshot? Well, they probably feel like they were the most attractive, the most glamorous, and so therefore they want to still use that same headshot. Right? Think about real estate shows like Selling Sunset, Million Dollar Listing. How attractive do they make real estate look? Right? They make everybody want to become a realtor. And then you sit in your office and you're like, this shit, like I don't know about another day on this, right? Because it's a form of attraction marketing. When it comes down to your properties, let's say you have a really sexy listing, like this is a super contemporary home, very modern, clean lines, unique, all that kind of stuff. Think about how you would market that property, right? You would make that property look like the best steak that you've ever seen, that just looks delicious, and you want to just get in that property, right? It's a form of attraction marketing. So that brings the question, hey, how would I use the concept of attraction marketing as an agent trying to build my business? Right. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about those strategies, some things that I've done that's worked very well for a few different scenarios. Attraction marketing. All right. Attraction marketing for our real estate business. For one, it starts with you, right? You are the relationship builder. You are the person that people are going to be working with. They are going to be reaching out to you. So it starts with you. So let's talk about you when it comes to attraction marketing. Well, the very first thing before you can start doing any attraction marketing techniques is you have to get extremely clear on who your target is. Okay? You have to get extremely clear on who your target is. I've talked about this in Power Unit many times. We've talked about our customer avatar. We've talked about our ideal client. Okay, you have to get very clear on who your target is. Now, one thing that I can't stand is when I ask real estate agents, hey, who's your customer? And guess what they tell me? buyers and sellers. You're not going to get far with that. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get far with that, because guess what? The 30,000 other real estate agents in my city alone would probably say the same thing. Buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers. Everybody's trying to market for buyers and sellers. So do you think that you would stand out? No, you won't. You won't. Think about this. Are y'all familiar with network marketing companies, right? I mean, back when I used to work a retail job, I would get approached by somebody, it seemed like once a week, inviting me to a seminar at a hotel to be their special guest. And they would all start the conversation with, hey, do you keep your income options open? Hey, would you want to make a little bit more money? Then you get to the seminar and they're showing, and they have people coming up who are making all this money. Oh yeah, I worked 3 hours a week. I worked, 5 hours a day, and I make $20,000 a month. I make $30,000 a month. Me and my husband, me and my wife, we just went on this vacation in the Bahamas. Here's pictures, right? They have these people up there and they're showing you these things, and you're sitting there like, I want that life. I want that life. I want that life. But how did they know to come to me, right? Well, they know their target very well. They see this guy working at a retail store. He doesn't look happy. He's probably not making a bunch of money. And so selling this work from home, selling this lifestyle, me going to this place with these people who are telling me how much money they make and how great it is, that's very attractive to me. And then guess what? Now I want that lifestyle. I want that. Okay. That whole thing that they did was marketing. And then once you get on the inside, you realize some of them people ain't shit. They ain't really making the kind of money that they said that they were making. But they sold me on this lifestyle and on this opportunity. Next thing you know, you're joining this business to go sell laundry detergent door to door, right? It's a form of attraction marketing. But it started with knowing who your ideal customer is. Who is that ideal target, right? When you know who that ideal target is, now when it comes to what you're putting on social media and what you're saying in your videos, you are speaking directly to that target, directly to that person. When you upload a video, whether it's you showing your life, your day, that target resonates with that. That target finds that attractive. That target wants to watch that. Think about this. If your Instagram or your TikTok is filled with business people, right? Business people, entrepreneurs, mature adults, and you start uploading dance videos like you're a teenager, do you think that's going to appeal to them? They may get a laugh on the first one, but then if you keep doing it as a strategy, they're going to be like, this guy or this lady, they're off their rockers. What are they doing? Why am I even following them? Right? Because it doesn't resonate with that audience. And so with you knowing that target, and I say this in Power Unit, better than they know themselves, right? You're putting yourself at an advantage. Now, the next step with this, okay, is you have to build trust and credibility. You have to build trust and credibility with this target. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So I already said, know who your target is. So to build that trust and credibility, you have to know what the problems, pain points, situation, negative realities, you have to know all the bad stuff that target goes through. Okay? You have to know all the bad stuff. And I know it sounds negative. But I hate to say this, if you get on social media and somebody puts on there, oh, I just lost my job, or I'm out of money, this and that, the comments blow up, versus someone saying, oh, I just started my own business. And it's like, you may get a few likes here and there. Something about it. People respond to the negative. It's so unfortunate, but it happens. Okay. And so in order to build that trust and credibility, you have to know what your target is going through. All right. You have to know what your target is going through. So using my example of the network marketing companies before, they knew that I was going through being unhappy at my job, not making enough money, wanting a different opportunity, wanting to be able to go on vacations, not getting time off from work. They knew what my pain points and my problems were. Okay. And when it came to building trust and credibility, they basically called them out. Okay. So this is how you do that. You have to make them know that you know what they're going through. Okay. Think about how many times you've maybe had a conversation with someone. It could be a best friend, it could be a family member, and you're telling them about a situation that you're going through, and that person tells you, oh, I went through the same thing. Oh, I've been there. I've done that. Now all of a sudden you feel closer to that person. You feel like you can open up more. You feel like they understand you. You don't have to beat around the bush anymore, because this person has been through the same thing that I've been through. It could be someone that you don't barely know, but just because they tell you that they went through that too, now there's that trust there. Like, oh, I trust being able to tell you this because I know you know how I feel. I know you know what I'm going through. Then on the flip side of that is the credibility. Okay, yeah, you've been through it. You've been where I am, and now you're out of it, or now you're in a different place. You're automatically credible. You're automatically credible. See, a lot of people think, especially in real estate, credibility has to lie in how many homes you've sold, how many clients you've had, how long you've been in the business versus another agent. No, you can be credible in so many other places. You can be credible in so many other situations, but see, you're not going to be credible to everybody. For, let's say you've been in the business a year. Okay, your year-long time frame of you having your license is not going to be credible to everybody, but it will be credible to certain people, and those certain people are your targets, right? It's kind of like me coaching agents. There are people who have been in the business for 40, 50 years. They probably feel like I can't tell them anything, right? I'm probably not credible to those people. But there are people who have been in for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, 10 years that I can come off extremely credible to, right? So again, knowing your target, knowing who that person is a very important step. Then number 2, knowing all the pain points and problems that this person has. Okay, knowing all the pain points and problems that this person has. So once you know that, now you're going to move to step number 3 with the attraction marketing. It is going to be engaging and educating your audience. Okay, engaging and educating your audience. So we hear a lot of people say, share value, share value, share value. Now that's true. You want to be valuable. You want to share value. However, same like with the last example, your value is not going to appeal to everyone, right? But if you know that your target is facing this problem, right? Now you start educating and engaging with them based off of that problem that you know that they have. how valuable do you think that they would take that? Right? Way more valuable. You got agents out here and people in real estate blasting out about interest rates when half the people don't even know what interest rates are and what they do. Right? How would I know if I'm not educated in real estate? Let's say that I'm a first-time buyer, right? And you're trying to market to me and you're telling me, oh, interest rates are low. How do I know that a 6 is low? How do I know that a 5 is low? Right? I don't know what an interest rate would even do. That is not my problem. I'm going to pass you up now because you're automatically way too complicated for me. Where is my mind right now? First time buyer. Where is my mind right now? My mind is owning my first home, getting out of this lease, getting out of this apartment, maybe saving up money, right? Speak to me. Educate me on the stuff that I'm thinking about right now before you try to educate me on something that I feel is totally overwhelming. I'm not even at that place yet. Sell me on what I'm looking for right now. I'm going to give you this line and I want you to write it down. Okay? Sell people what they want, but give them what they need. Sell people what they want, but give them what they need. Super important line. You know all the information that they need. You know everything that it's going to take for them to get into a property, right? But if they're not looking for whatever you're putting out there, they're going to pass it on by, right? If they don't feel like you are talking directly to them, solving their problem, they're going to pass it on by. Okay? So we have to sell people what they want. Even if it's not what they need, sell them what they want to get their attention, right? Sometimes you have to sell people the mansions. The mansions. You have to sell people the mansion just to get their attention. They may not can afford a mansion. They may not even know how much it is. But hey, if that's where their mind is, if that's where their focus is, sell them that. Okay? Then when you start having real conversations, let's get more realistic with it. Okay, that's a form of attraction marketing. Okay, next. So we're going to be educating and engaging with them. Now, the next step, this is a very important one. Storytelling and forming an emotional connection. Okay, storytelling and forming an emotional connection. This is literally what I've done through YouTube for years. Storytelling and forming an emotional connection. Now, I didn't know I was doing this. I wasn't intentionally doing this, but I realized this is what happened. So I'm telling stories about my experiences. How many of you felt bonded, more bonded to me by hearing these stories, by watching me tell these stories? Right? I was storytelling, and by me storytelling my experiences, we probably all heard the saying that facts tell, stories sell, right? That storytelling builds that emotional connection. You want people to start to say, I feel like I already know you. How many of you put up content and have followers that have told you, I feel like I already know you? When you've spoken to them for the first time, do they say, I feel like I already know you? Right? If they don't, you're marketing the wrong way. You're just simply advertising. You have no emotional connection. So no matter how much real estate content you put up there, You still gonna look at their profile one day and see that they went with another realtor. Why? They have no emotional connection to you. There's no bond to you. Yeah, you put up nice houses, nice advertisements, but what? People like to work with people that they know, like, and trust. Does your following, does your audience know, like, and trust you? Have you done anything or said anything for them to like you? Or is it all they know is that you're a real estate agent? And that's a real question. Does your audience simply know you as a real estate agent, or do they know you as more? Do they trust you? Or are you just another real estate agent? Okay. If so, I want you to really take this seriously, because this is the make or break between your DMs and phone call flooding with people reaching out to you to want to work with you, versus you just being put in that category as another realtor, right? Who's just advertising. Like, why would someone want to work with you? Why would someone want to work with you? And more importantly, why would this specific person, this specific target, want to work with you? Okay, let's continue using the example of first-time home buyers. Why would a first-time home buyer want to work with you? Well, I've asked people that question before, and they say, "Oh, I'm knowledgeable." How do I know? How do I know? Because what you put up, I just saw that person put up, and I just searched real estate hashtag, and y'all are all talking about interest rates. What? How are you any more knowledgeable than all these other people? Oh, I've worked with first-time home buyers before. Yeah, she told me that, he told me that, everybody told me that. You know, think about this. Like, versus if you tell me, oh man, listen, because 2 months ago I met this couple and they were actually living in a hotel. They wanted to buy a house, they didn't want to sign another lease, and they didn't know what to do. Like, they didn't know the first step. And I'm randomly in a Starbucks one day and I hear them talking about real estate. So I interrupted them and said, "Hey, are y'all buying a house?" And they said, "Well, we want to, but we don't know what to do." And right then and right there, I paid for their coffee and we sat down and talked for 2 hours. And by the end of that conversation, they were convinced that I could help them. Fast forward 3 weeks in, I already had them in a house. Boom. I just told you a story, right? I just told you a story. I just showed a little bit of my personality. And now, if you're that first time home buyer, you're attracted to the result that other couple got. Right? Oh, I want to work with you who got them that result. So do you see now how powerful just that storytelling can be, and how that storytelling can build that emotional connection? When you're putting up videos, don't just tell people facts and statistics. Tell stories. Okay? The goal with your story that you are telling them is you want them to be able to picture it and see themselves in those same shoes that those other people had. Not your shoes. You're the agent. You're the agent. Okay? You're already separated from them. They need to see themselves in the shoes of someone else who you've helped, someone who is just like them, right? Knowing their situation, knowing their problem, they need to see that. Okay, people become very attracted to the result, And if you can create that and show that result and have an emotional connection, oh, you've won at that point. You've won. They don't want to look anywhere else. They don't need to look anywhere else, because I'm confident that you can do the job, but I also know that you know me. You know what I'm going through, right? So how can you market? let's segue into that. I gave you a lot of back information. I gave you a lot of principles when it came to it. Okay, but what are you going to do now? How are you going to market? Well, for one, is what I just said. You need to sell the result. Sell the result. Okay, what result does your target audience want? What is their true desire? Okay, that's what you're going to show. You're going to show the result, not the process, not how to get there. No, you're showing the destination. Number two, they need to know that you know them better than they know themselves. Okay, they need to know that you know them better than they know themselves. When you have a conversation with them, they should feel like you know everything about them and more. And like I said earlier, unfortunately, you're gonna have to focus on the problems, focus on the pain. Okay, why? People don't really talk about that a lot. A lot of people aren't comfortable talking about the pain and the problems. But guess what? We all have them. We all have them. So if you can make it known to me that you understand what I'm going through, that you understand my situation, and not only that you understand, but that you can take me from point A to point B, man, I want to work with you. I want you to help me. And I don't feel embarrassed. I don't feel like I got to hide myself. Have any of you ever had clients where they just didn't give you all the information, or they blended the truth a little bit, or they just weren't forthcoming? Why? They were uncomfortable. They were uncomfortable. Okay? So make that experience very comfortable for them. When you do videos, right? When you do videos, start your videos with calling out their situation. Hey, do you want to get a house, but your paychecks never seem like they add up enough for you to save? Or have you been saving month after month, but it still is not enough? Right? Call it out. Call it out. Do you want to get an investment property, but you don't know the first place to start, or you've been burned by a contractor, or people take advantage of you? You're tired of getting your credit ran. Call it out. Call it out. Hey, crazy thing. I worked with someone who was just in that same position. This is their story. This is what we did. Okay, you're creating that bond now. Are y'all understanding this? Let me know. Let me know if you're understanding this. Okay. Have to get something to drink. Yes. So you're going to be creating that connection through your content that you're putting out. Now, when it comes to branding you as this agent, this business person, we already know that you're a real estate agent. You don't need any more branding of I'm a real estate agent. It probably says that in your profile, in your cover image, in everywhere else. We already know. We already know. So I want to know, why are you my agent? Why are you my agent? Think about that. What is attractive about you? What would I find attractive about you? Okay. Are you funny? Are you good looking? Are you, do you wear the same clothes that I wear? Are you a family man? Are you a single mother? Right? What is it about you that's going to make me want to work with you? Yeah, you're knowledgeable. I hope so. Yeah, you return phone calls. Please return my call. Yeah, you're licensed. So is everybody else. Okay. What is it about you that is going to be attractive to me? Now, take it a step further. What is it about the way that you work, your process, that's going to be attractive to me? I have a buddy of mine, a colleague in real estate, and he buys people Louis Vuitton pieces for closings, right? And he puts it up on social media. Now, some people may find that tacky and may find that unattractive, but some people are extremely attracted to that. Extremely. Okay? He's not trying to hit everybody. He's not trying to market to everybody. He's marketing to a specific niche, a specific audience, someone who gets excited seeing that orange bag with the blue letters, right? He's attractively marketing to one specific clientele. Y'all have seen the agents, the ladies with the very low cut tops with their boobs just pushed up in every one of their real estate pictures. They're marketing to a specific clientele. Okay? They are 100%. 100%. They are marketing to a specific clientele. All right? So with that being the case, what's going to be your thing? Where's your attraction? Where's your attraction? What can you make your attraction? What is it about your lifestyle? What is it about maybe the way you talk, the way you walk, the clothes you wear? People need to see that. People need to see that because guess what? They find that attractive. I put up cars a lot. I put up my cars. Next thing you know, people want to ride with me. It's like, no, can you take us in your car? I'm like, okay, but it's attractive. It's attractive. It's attraction marketing. All right. So we talked about you. We talked about your client desires. Why would they be attracted to you? The last part of it is the lifestyle. The lifestyle. You have to sell the lifestyle. Think about your target client or the people who you work with. How is their lifestyle right now? And what do they want their lifestyle to be? That's what you're selling. That's what you're going to sell to them. Okay. And you're going to realistically sell this to them. James, you got a question?
Yeah. So when it comes down to understanding why they would want to work with me and helping to understand the niche or the ultra specific type of target audience, would you recommend or do you use the sort of disc assessment kind of profiling to understand that better as to what they want? Like again, selling that result versus what they really want. So is that something that you consider, or how do you decide on what's the best approach to knowing them better than they know themselves?
Yeah, so if you are well trained in analyzing disc profiles, just based on conversations or actions, you can for sure do that. But the easiest way to go about it is to look at your past client history. Look at
Okay.
your past client history and look and try to find those different traits and stories and similarities between different clients. What did you tend to get more of? When you worked with your past clients, did you tend to work more with men or with women? Did you when y'all would have
Mm.
conversations, what tended to be like a big point of interest in a lot of your conversations? Was it golf? Was it cigars? Like just looking at your history can give you a lot of intel on what you can, just really blast big.
Okay.
Another thing is your existing social media profiles. What type of posts, what type of personal posts tend to get a lot of engagement, right? Because I
Hmm.
know you put posts up with you hanging out on the beach. You put posts up of you on the golf course. You know, take a look at that stuff too to see what this audience is reacting to. So those are two places that I would start with trying to figure that out.
Thank you.
Okay. So next is the lifestyle. Sell that lifestyle. Same way in that network marketing appointment, they're selling me on vacation time, big events, parties on boats, this and that. Sell the lifestyle. Okay. The lifestyle does not have to be extravagant. That's not the same case for everyone. For some people, it can be as simple as a short commute, right? Some people, it can be as simple as a gated neighborhood so that they can feel safer, right? For me, if someone wants to sell me a lifestyle, sell me a condo in the sky with a concierge service that can bring up my freaking dry cleaning. It's my lifestyle. Sell that to me, right? You would have a better chance of me working with you if you're selling me that than you selling me a 5,000 square foot home on this huge piece of land. Different strokes for different folks, right? Some people would find that super attractive. Oh, if I'm gonna spend $1 million, I want it on this huge lot and this and that. Hell no. For me, it could be a 2-bedroom apartment as long as it's in the sky and I got big windows and I can see the city. If I can see some water, even better. I will spend $1 million on that. Okay, that's my lifestyle, right? And so for you selling the lifestyle to your people, right? Look at their profiles. Look and see what they like, what they comment on, where they go for fun. When y'all work together, right? What are they talking about? When they go on vacation and you have that conversation with them, oh, where'd you go? There are some people that go to freaking Cabo, and there are some people that go to Disney World. It's two different lifestyles right there. I would market different to that family who went to Disney World than I would the people who went to spring break in Cancun, right? Two different lifestyles there. Okay. And there is clientele for everyone.